Good morning, namaste, hola, bonjour, and maraban. This is Namya Joshi, your host for the day. Welcome to the 12th episode of the podcast Each One Teach 10, an amazing world of STEM, an inspiring venture where we'll be discussing that STEM is part of every day for every kid. We all will learn together how to build a STEM culture. And I'm very excited to welcome my guest, Ms Kovleen Middha, K-12 Science educator working at Sat Paul Mittal School in India, having experience of 11 years of incorporating STEM in her everyday teaching. She is an MIEE, MIE Master Trainer, MCE, and also she participated in E2 held at Paris and winner of the Global Educator Challenge in the Inclusion category at E2. It's my pleasure to have you here at my podcast, Kovleen ma'am. So, how are you doing today?
Thank you, Namya, for having me here, and I'm doing great as usual.
That's good to know. So, our audience are very eagerly waiting to know more about you. So, if you could tell us more about yourself to our audience.
Sure, Namya. And hi, everyone. I'm Kovleen Middha, and I am a K-12 Science educator. As Namya already told you, I work at Sat Paul Mittal School in India, and I have been working actually with Sat Paul for the past 11 years, but my total working experience is nearly 13. And I love working with new tools. That is why I have been closely associated with Microsoft for the past 6 years, being an MIEE or an MIE master trainer, or going to E2, where I worked collaboratively with my team, which was the global team, and we won the Global Educator Challenge in the inclusion category. And my mantra in life is that knowledge is power only when it is shared.
I truly agree with you because unless you don't share the knowledge, it has no power at all to do anything in the world. So, what is your favorite part of being a teacher while you interact with the students?
Very good question, Namya. I would just say that being a teacher is actually not a boring job. Stressful, yes, sometimes. Difficult, yes. But boring, no. For someone like me who loves to try new tools and techniques, it is an ever evolving process. Teaching for me is just like an adventure, a journey of growth, not only for me, but for my students as well. And the best part of being a teacher is that I love being part of a child's life and having a chance to contribute in their growth at a very critical point of their growing stage when they are in school. So it's kind of a privilege that you can be a part of somebody's growth, and relationships that a teacher has with the students is one of the major reasons that I am in this profession. So that's why I love teaching.
It's good to know that the relationship which you have with students is what motivates you to move forward. And I totally agree that it's not boring. It becomes very interesting as like a teacher because you get to actually sharpen your own concepts because the students like ask you trillions of questions and then the concept is properly stuck in the mind so that you don't ever get confused ever when you are teaching the concept. So, you're working with primary students. How do you incorporate STEM in your classroom?
Yes, but what you said before that question, Namya, is very good because having inquisitive students in your class is a big bonus for a teacher because it not only helps the students, but it also helps the teacher to grow. Well said there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All
Thank you,
right.
ma'am.
So you're answering your next question, Namya. I feel that a major challenge working with primary students is to keep them constructively engaged, right? It's because their concentration wavers. It has a very short time span. And STEM based activities are actually a boon for a teacher in keeping their children interested and engaged. I know, and I have to say here, I'll just put it here, that there are many educators who think STEM to be a mountain that is very difficult to climb. That it's a barrier that, oh, don't know how to incorporate science, technology, engineering, and mathematics and art together. But STEM activities actually can be incorporated anywhere and everywhere, according to me. As we know, STEM education helps children become more independent, and it also focuses on certain soft skills like self management, so which are very, very important. And I think, and I actually believe in it, that it is the best to start incorporating basic STEM activities in pre primary classes that are based on enhancing their motor skills and critical thinking skills. Like, I'll give you some examples. Be it a nature walk outside the classrooms, just asking children to pick up different materials from the playground or wherever they go for a walk, and using those materials, to segregate them as different materials, and giving them information about what is soft, what is colorful, the texture, of material. So that's a beautiful STEM activity that can be done in pre-primary. So like more activities like creating a small pinwheel, using small paper cups for mixing colors, using clay, for example, for creating various body parts, or even using ice cream sticks for making traffic lights. It is all STEM, and it can be very easily and effectively incorporated in our daily lessons and interactions with kids. Uh, I also make it a point to have STEM activities in my lessons wherein the onus is on the students. You must have also done, Namya, research projects wherein,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, wherein you have to research, inquire, and create solutions for the problem statements or situations given to the students. And my favorite STEM activities of all time have been children working with magnets, creating magnetic maze. They have been creating and showing process of digestion, using daily use materials wherein I don't have to teach them the process of digestion. It's there for them to go through and learn. So it's beautiful world of STEM.
Yes, ma'am, and that also reminds me of, like, I had read this somewhere. It's something like the revised theory of using STEM in the classes. So, wherein it comes like when we use creation, so with that, like, so many things come in our mind, like how can we innovate, what can we design in evaluation, how, like, what is the result of this, what can the STEM activities impact, and what could happen. And then we analyze like what are the inputs, outputs, what is used. And when we use the application, it's basically like how does it work, how do we use it. And then when we understand it, we get to know that like why does this work, how does it work. And then in the end, like when we are using the concept somewhere, that helps us to remember, okay, this was when I did the concept and where it was used. And like so it helps us to actually go through every concept with inquisitiveness, like you said earlier.
That's true, Namya. And STEM is something wherein you are applying all these stages, as you
Yes,
said.
ma'am.
So well done. Yes, that is great.
Thank you. So, like, teachers out there in the world would love to know some engaging activities that can be done during blended learning.
Yeah, sure, Namya, and that's what we have been doing the past 1.5 years since this pandemic has hit us. So, and first of all, I would like to say that this blended learning is here to stay. We as teachers, we have a huge responsibility on our shoulders to bring about a change in the way we teach our students. A lot has been said about the pandemic, but I feel in one way it has helped educators actually to grow and think out of the box. And during blended teaching, it is imperative that, it is very important that we do not lose time, because already we have less amount of time with students during this approach. And during the pandemic, we have seen that. So, what I believe is that flipped classroom is something which would actually work beautifully in blended learning approach, wherein like I record a short pre-recorded module, I send it to the students so that they can go through it, already have some information about what is to be done in the classroom. So I do it so that I have enough time to spend with my students during class wherein I am majorly interacting with them. And we know that when children are actively engaged in learning, that is through interaction with the teachers, right? And I also make sure that my weekly classes that I do with my students, I have a set routine. Like in the beginning of the week, I might be sending them modules which they have to go through. Then maybe for the first 2 days of the week, I would have interactions or discussions with them, so that the concept that I want to teach through the modules which I sent are more enhanced, and there is deep understanding of the concept. And then we do assignments or we do projects, which again help in inculcating the critical thinking skills or creativity in students. And then finally, one day is fixed for reflection and review. So if we are planned this way, the children are better prepared even before the class. Right. I hope you agree to that, Namya, that there should be a set
Yes,
pattern, right? And here
truly.
I would like to add that my go-to tools this past 1 year have been Minecraft, Flipgrid, and Adobe Spark. I would,
Good to hear, ma'am, you're using
yeah,
Minecraft.
yeah, I know that. I know it's your favorite tool. I also
Yes,
love
ma'am.
that. See, I love doing watch and respond activities with students, using Flipgrid specifically, wherein they watch a short module or video related to a STEM activity, and then they respond to the questions about what happened, what they think will happen, or what can they do to solve the problem shown in the video. So obviously they've been using Flipgrid in various different ways, like giving their reflection, giving their feedback, and they submit their projects by creating videos while they are doing the STEM activity or the hands-on activity. So it's a beautiful tool wherein it gives voice to the students.
Yes, ma'am, I totally agree with that, and I think you'll agree with me on this thing that like you might be having many students who are like shy and don't want to speak. So Flipgrid is like the best tool for them to voice out their concerns and share their thinking, what they think about various things. They might not say that in front of you, but like in using Flipgrid, they're just speaking to themselves, so they can be truly speaking what they want to say and not like just sitting in a corner of the class and just absent-mindedly listening to the teacher.
No, Vanamya, very well said. This is a beautiful tool wherein I have seen my students who are not confident enough or they don't want to speak in front of the class have come up really well, showing their skills not only of speaking but actually performing the activities. They are
Yes,
confident enough to perform the activities and then record themselves. So it's a beautiful tool, and I love using it in my class. And
that's great to hear.
yeah, and here I will put one more point, Namya, for your favorite
Yes,
tool,
ma'am.
Minecraft.
Yes,
Yeah. So it is no secret that this is a tool that can be used, I think, for honing all the skills which we can even think about in children. You can use it anywhere, you can use it everywhere, and using Minecraft is just like a, a teacher in itself.
truly, like the go-to tool. I have to work. There's Minecraft. Come on, let's use Minecraft. It's just like the first tool that comes in everybody's mind these days is Minecraft.
Yes, true. That's true. Great.
Okay, so now I'm very excited because I have a few rapid fire questions for you. So I'll be asking you, and you have to tell like the first thing that comes in your mind when I ask you the question.
All right, Namya, rapid fire. Wow, I'm excited
Okay,
now. Right.
let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, which is your favorite energizer during a class?
All right, energizer. I love doing raindrops, using fingers. Children love doing that and they get energized and they're ready to learn even after half an hour of class. So I love that.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so now I'll be asking you like which tool comes to your mind when I say a certain word.
All
Okay?
right, okay.
Okay, so the first is collaboration.
I'll say Flipgrid because that's I've been using extensively this year.
Okay, creativity.
What else, Namya, do you want me to say? Your favorite tool,
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yeah.
Yes, I knew it. I knew it. Okay, critical thinking.
Critical thinking, Minecraft is already there, but then still I would put in like you give open ended questions to students, you give research projects to students, so they all enhance critical thinking skills.
That's good to know. And communication.
The go to tool for me for communication this year has been Microsoft Teams.
That's good to know because, like, every school these days, almost all the schools have been using Teams
Yeah,
because of the pandemic. So it has become a go to tool for everybody.
yes.
Okay, so now I have like two kind of surprise questions for you.
Oh,
It
wow.
you can say it's like in rapid fire as well. So, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Three Idiots.
Everybody knows that movie.
Yeah, I know that, but I love Amir Khan. I'm a big fan of Amir Khan.
Okay. Okay, so what's your favorite cuisine?
You're asking a Punjabi about the favorite cuisine. I'm a foodie. So anything on my plate I can eat. But yes, Punjabi food is something which I really love.
I actually love every kind of food.
Yeah,
I'm not like okay this, but I love Punjabi food. It's actually great.
right. And okay, Namya, now just wait. You have asked me a lot of questions here, Namya. Now let me
Okay,
ask you a question.
sure.
Right?
Let's go.
Yeah, okay. So again, that's a rapid fire, right?
Okay,
Right. What comes to your mind when I say science?
science. Uh, Practical uses of it in real life.
All right, well done, Namya. And one more question. Now I'm going to put you in a fix. You have made
Okay,
so many Minecraft tutorials and worlds. Which one is your favorite, Namya?
my favorite.
Yeah.
I would say the Harry Potter world.
Wow, I love it, Namya. I love that too. Well done. That's the right answer.
Thank you, ma'am. Good to know I passed your
No, no, you
questions.
did. You always do. Proud of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so um, for our audience, where can they find you online on various platforms?
All right, Namya. Actually, I'm not a too a social media person, but still, I you can find me on Twitter. I have a Twitter handle which goes by the name @Kovleen Middha, and the same goes for Facebook.
Okay, thank you so much. And before we sign off, we would love to have a message that you would like to convey to the audience.
Sure, Namya. My message actually to all the educators would be to never stop learning and growing. And most important, never shy away to learn from students as they are our best teachers. One. Secondly, for students, I would like to say that nothing is impossible and sky is the limit for you to grow and you should follow your dreams. And I would also add in here, Namya, they should you being a role model for whatever I'm saying right now.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank
Right,
you, ma'am.
right,
It
Namya.
was like such a fun experience today, speaking to you and having a little bit fun in between. That was great, and actually also getting to learn from you how you're using STEM activities in the classroom to change a person's life, impacting it in a positive way. So it was an honor speaking to you today. Thank you so much, ma'am, for
Thank
giving me a precious time.
Sure, Namya. Thank you so much. I loved interacting with you and I loved this session.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you everyone for listening to this podcast. And I'll see you in the next one. Till then, each one teach 10. Have a nice day.